Welcome back to Bobblehead Homestead. My name is Jeff. On the agenda today, those are Whiting True Blues and Black Copper Marans pullets. And today they are getting their first taste of freedom. Update on the skid steer back there, nothing. Still sitting there, still waiting. But today I want to give these adolescent chickens some freedom. Let them eat some more grass. They devastated all the grass that was growing in the coop. So now it's time to let them out. And they are too small. With the electric fencing, they've got to be big enough for it to affect them. So when they're small like this, they can just squeeze through the fencing. So I'm waiting till later in the day to let them have some freedom, and then I'm going to go do another project here in a minute. But that way they don't, when they get out, which they will, they hopefully won't wander too far away from home. So that's just a good idea if you're letting chickens out for the first time. Let's say you got them from another farm. You want to keep them in the coop for a few days so they know that's home. And then when you do start letting them out, that first time, wait until late in the day so they're not, tempted to fly a mile away and then not be able to find home at dark. So that'd be my suggestion if you're when you're first letting new chickens out, is to do it late in the day for the first few days, and that way a little less to worry about. All right, let's see what happens when I give them their first taste of freedom. that was a pretty good success, and I got them all back in. Only one of them got out of the electric fencing, and I did not see how it happened, so probably squeezed through, maybe not, but I was off doing another project. So yeah, 20 whiting true blues, 10 black copper bronze pullets, supposedly. I think there might be a couple boys in there. We're gonna find out one way or the other. But yeah, they'll put a hurting on this grass in no time. But it's yeah, they were out for a couple hours, and I fed them. They were low on food when I let them out, so they were good and hungry to go destroy the grass. And then that's how I got them all back in. Is I put food in their bowls, and they all went running inside, and I closed the door behind them. Fifi's out supervising today. Taking a break, Fifi. While the chickens are getting their first freedom, I was out here working on this. Yep. What is this? Hügelkultur. A bunch of weeds, but Hügelkultur. When we were developing this raw land, Drew was out here with his backhoe for many months. A lot of trees had to come down, and had a backhoe available. So in this area, dug 3 trenches, started filling it up with all the down trees, and then piled dirt on top of it. I did bring in some topsoil, and so this was the beginning of Hügelkultur, where you bury wood. The theory is the wood will absorb water, so you're not gonna need to water your plants as often with this system. It gets them a little bit higher off the ground, and you can look it up. I've done videos on it before. But yeah, I did not do anything with this last year, and this year I'm determined to do at least something with it. So I've started cleaning it up, and let's take a look. I got two rows done, one more here, and then I got more in the front yard. What's up, Bob? Did you hear me talking, Bob? You hear me talking? Decided to come bug me? This was the first one I did, and then it's shorter than this one that I just did today. Oh, look at that giant ant hill. But you can probably see it is, you know, higher. It's mounded up, but it's not level at all. There's all kinds of dips and holes, and yeah. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with this. What I should do is, I've got a skid steer if it ever works again. No, it will work again. Is I should bring in, you know, like some good topsoil or compost, and put another layer on this to, you know, mound it, so that there's a giant hole there, there's a giant hole there. You know, it just settled awkwardly, and so it'd be nice to smooth it out. And yeah, and some topsoil or some compost would do that with my skid steer. And then where I went wrong on the landscape fabric was trying to overlap it. That was a bad idea. I should have just gotten one sheet to go all the way across. And then don't pull it tight. That was the other thing. I had a helper doing it that, you know, it is what it is. But don't put it down tight, because then you leave, you know, it's uneven. If this was flat, level ground, yeah, you put it down tight. But there's all kinds of bumps and dips and stuff in here, so that just gave place for the wind to get under it and pull it off. So I wanted one wide enough to cover the whole thing. And these two like exploring. Fifi and Bob. Yeah, you exploring? So yeah, not exactly sure what I'm going to do. I got one more row over there. Get the fabric up and weed eat. And then at least you know, then it's out of the way, and then I can figure out what I want to do. Only one snake. Little black snake. Nothing venomous. What are you eating there, Bob? I'm sure there's all kinds of critters in addition to a snake and all those ants. But, yep. So we'll see what I do out here. Like that one, the landscape fabric stayed intact. Yeah, a lot more so. So there's going to be some bare earth under there. So once I pull that landscape fabric up, you know, I could just throw some flower seeds down or something. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but we put in all this effort to build these Hügelkultur mounds, so I'm going to do something with it this year. And ideally, it would be to top it off and then to tarp it again. But time will tell. What are you two doing? Are you hunting? Oh, hi, little girl. You want a few scratches? You got to get close enough for me to bend over, though. They're exploring the new territory. That's all I have for today. I got to put the chickens up, and then I'm going to grill some burgers tonight. One thing I didn't show you, I'll show you in a future video, is I got my order from Murray McMurray Hatchery this week. So that's a good thing. I got 25 Creole Penidicincas. So I'll be talking about them more coming up. They're, when did I get those? Thursday, and today is Saturday. So I've had them a couple nights. I have lost a couple that, you know, it's a long trip and that happens. And they are, I just took a flyer on these. They just happened to become available. So I thought I'd give it a chance, because I've wanted this breed, but they're not easy to find at all. So I'll be happy with what I got, but I'm not expecting championship level genetics out of them. But I'll get to that later. So yeah, some chickens, first day of freedom, and started doing a little work on the hugelkultur because I'm late. I am late. It is already spring and garden season. We'll see how much I get done. I have no plans for a big garden or anything. I'd like to throw some, I love throwing seeds around, planting here and there without putting a ton of effort into it, because that's about all the effort I got today was I tried to outlast the battery on the weed whacker. And that battery might last, 20 minutes or so. So if I can last through one battery on the weed whacker every few days, I'll be paying for this tomorrow. But it's progress. So, all right, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everything. And take it easy. Oh, yeah, I got to show you this. I was getting ready to take the tarp off. When it rains, I throw a tarp over the Honda side-by-side. And I throw the cat beds in there so the cats have a dry place to snuggle. But I was taking it off because we're not going to get any more rain for a few days. And we got Grumpy. So I'll just let him rest. Sorry, Grumpy. Didn't mean to disturb your nap. Yep. But yeah, until I get a carport lean-to built on the side of the house here, this is what I do before rain, is tarp it up and give protect it and give the cats a nice warm bed out of the rain.